Hello everybody, this is ZephyrianNick and I hit the wrong button, but we are back on the Hobbycraft server yet again today. Sorry for such a long gap in between the first video and this second video, and I'll explain why that is complete in just a moment. There's such a long gap between two videos because I tried to record another video and it just came out complete trash. Both times I tried to record it, it was very late at night when I tried to record, and on top of that my mind was very scrambled when I tried to do those. So, to recap what happened in those videos, what I did was I explained why this is now completely finished in the style it is. This is no longer a cow farm, this has been completely repurposed into a chicken farm. The reason being, the cows would try and fight each other too much over the space available inside of the little, not necessarily grinder, it's not even really a grinder, it's a lava trap, but inside of almost a little drop hopper system for them. And none of them could actually get out and fall down to the place where they would all be slaughtered. So, unfortunately, I had to change the chicken farm. I wish I could have kept it as a cow farm, though. That way we could have gotten cooked beef and leather from the same farm. I also built this bridge in the video, and you know what? I'm not thrilled with the bridge, but it's okay. The design I have for it in my creative world is slightly different than this, but very similar. It's got the same basic design. This intersection is a bit different, but that's about it. And the one in my creative world seems like it would make a better walling piece. So I'll have to keep that in mind for when I'm working on stuff over near the Vault 1 location, which I realize you can actually see part of the house from here. And here is where we are going to put the next build. This is, where is my sign? Here it is. Future site of Tech weaponry. I'm going to make a weapon store. Well, not necessarily a store. Every build I'm going to do on this, I'm going to plan out to be a community-based build. Meaning that I'm going to let anybody who needs anything from it come in and take anything that they need from it. I would much rather do things that way than try and get resources from people. I understand that's how stuff like that works, and to be honest, a lot of this comes down to roleplay for me. It's the exact reason why I am apparently forgetting some of the blocks I need for this. Where's my andesite? There it is. It's the same reason why I'm doing stuff like the vault build. I didn't need that there at all, actually. That was a complete waste of block space. Anyway, that's the reason why I built stuff like the vault and the other vaults that would be built before it, because even though there isn't obviously a post-apocalyptic scenario going on here like there is in the Fallout games, I probably should have brought dirt with me, because I cleared out a spot here, but I can grab a few pieces of dirt real quick. Obviously, there's no post-apocalyptic scenario in this like there is in the Fallout games, and there's not going to be any actual people living in the vault. But I like to roleplay things, like I said, as much as I can. And to be honest, if I could do more roleplay stuff, I'd be fine with that. Oh, that's not the way I meant to go. Here we are. Now, what this is supposed to do is apparently I'm just supposed to open the dispenser and eat chicken very quickly. But what this is doing, that button is sending a pulse down to these dispensers down here, and at the same time, that button is activating these top two dispensers. If I were to, say, place blocks in every one of these as a demonstration, different one in all of them, of course, and let's put a lamp in this one, because shooting a lamp out of a device that shoots things totally doesn't break the lamp. Fires all four of those, and I forgot that it would fire the arrow out like that, to be honest. If you were to put in a, armor into these, it will, and stand in front of them, it will automatically equip that to you. So, what's going to go right here, and right here, is going to be these little setups for various armor types. This one's going to be armor. Of course, they're all going to be armor, what the hell? This one is going to be iron, this one is going to be leather, and this one is going to be the leather armor setup how I have it for Vault 1. Basically, red dyed leather armor. I'm not going to place... That was odd. That made me pause. I'm not going to place any gold armor or diamond armor in this. Not this particular one. I might make another one of them and roleplay later on with the more wealthy vault. Although this is going to be set up as a trading post vault. So, you know what? I'll consider the armor types again. But anyway... Because diamond, that'll just be way too expensive. Like I said, I like doing things that are community-based, but at the same time, I want that to be within reason, and that's just way too expensive for me, because I don't play these games, well, any game for that matter, especially Minecraft, particularly efficiently. And there's just no way I'd be able to gather enough resources to provide the entire server with a bunch of armor. The reason leather is in here is mostly for just cosmetic stuff and, like I said, the whole roleplay aspect of it. Let's feed these through. And the vault armor is specifically for the roleplay aspect. That is the only reason that's there. Plus, I just kind of like the way dyed leather armor looks, honestly. So I will need to stock these up, but I'm going to try and fill all of these slots. This is going to be helmet, boots, chest plate, and leggings. It's going to be the same for all of them. Just to try and keep things kind of flush with one another. And if I can get some of my bricks, I will show you what is going to be in the center here. Here we go. There's that. And I have 5 redstone lamps. One is going to go not right here. It's going to go right there. I dug up the wrong block. They're going to go right here. That way they light up the entire area around here. And then one is going to go on top of this, which is going to merge in with the ceiling slightly. Is that enough? 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, that's enough. I was just trying to remember because I've built this all out in creative, so I've already got the entire thing planned out. The roof is going to be made out of nether brick stairs. I didn't want to use too much nether brick in this because I feel while nether brick is an incredibly nice looking block most of the time, it's one of those blocks that you can kind of very easily use a lot of nether brick and most of things will turn out okay. It does mix very well with a lot of blocks, but it doesn't mix well with some of the other blocks I want to put into this. I also don't mind that I'm leaving another brick down there. As an example, one of the ones that I wanted to put into this was, I wanted to use red clay as well, considering Vault 1 is based largely off red clay. There's a lot of red involved with it. And if I were to place too much of the nether brick, red clay is one of those blocks that it really, really doesn't mix all that well with. And I feel like it would have kind of ruined some of the look of the entire thing. In the world I have for this, I've got this built out in, which I won't show it in this because I do want to try and keep this video kind of timely. I like the look of it. Honestly, I like it about as much as I like that as the fodder slaughter. And I really enjoy the way the fodder slaughter looks. I am very happy with how that came out. Okay, this is how I did that. I think I will... That's not how I did it. Anyway, I am going to actually work on the majority of this off camera, and then I will meet you guys back here in just a moment. Now I can show you some of the progress on it. So be right back. Hello everybody, we are back. Now, this obviously is not finished, but in essence, this is what the inside will look like. There will be, however, on each dispenser a, what do you call it? An item frame, that's what they are, showing what item is in which dispenser and what kind of armor is in each line dispenser. So this one will have an iron helmet, iron boots, iron chest plate, iron pants, leather helmet, leather boots, and so on and so forth throughout the entire thing. What these chests for are in the middle, and right here I'm going to place an ender chest. But what these are for is these are going to have different other kinds of weaponry items. In here, I plan to have swords, bows, arrows, and flint and steel, because people do use those in combat, and I don't anticipate those will be taken from here. But I wanted a 4th chest here because 3 chests just looked weird, so I put a 4th chest in there and just kind of, I don't know, pulled flint and steel out of my ass, even though I really, really think that'd be very painful to store there. This is going to look slightly different on the outside than it does on the inside, and that's because there's going to be there's going to be a bit of a gap, and then there's going to be another wall. That's to cover up the redstone. I couldn't really think of any other way to have this compact or to work. I believe if I place a pressure plate here and say, oh hey, walk into the pressure plate and press the button. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted it to be one simple step where you press it and then bam, you have everything. You just need to make sure that you're standing on top of the lamp. Anyway, I am going to whatever that means. I'm going to cut back again, build the roof, which is going to take more nether brick. I might not have enough stairs. I think I'll have enough brick for the entire thing, but I might run out of stairs. Anyway, I will meet you guys back here when the entire thing is finished. I will see you in a moment. I ran out of bricks. And with the placing of this door, I hereby announce the Zeph Tech weapon shop and armor store thingy not quite open because I still have to stock everything on the inside. But this is how it looks. Everything is 100% complete minus the fact that I still need the item frames. I need to put things inside the dispensers and the chests. But that is it. Everything, nothing in here can spawn mobs. And the roofing is complete as well. I ran out of brick several times, actually, because apparently I need a whole... Oh, excuse me. I needed a whole lot more than I thought it did. The red brick... I'm not red brick. The red clay here is just to keep it in line with the Vault 1 style. Any other vaults I do that have a style similar to that, I will carry those over to builds kind of built around the vault as well. I'll put up identification signs and stuff off camera for this. The wooden button is that way the door has a longer pulse. But anyway, what I also wanted to do was quickly show you guys some of the progress I have made on Vault number 1. Now, it's gone a little bit beyond that little tiny hallway that you guys saw. I think that was almost a week and a half ago by this point. I mean, it's been so long since I put out a video of this. I'm going to try and keep this a consistent series. I need to get into the swing of actually recording this particular game, because with the games I've recorded before, it's either story-based stuff that I can react to, or it's something like SimCity, where, to be honest with SimCity, you can talk about the game and what's going on for the amount of time I do without a whole lot of difficulty. But anyway, here's what I've done. All of this red clay, this is going to be the design for hallways such as this, possibly just the entrance because I can't really think of any other practical purpose for this, but it looks nice. These are the branches down to each side. I don't know where this is going to be. I think this is just residue from a little tiny hole that was here, because I think I got iron and coal from here when I was first digging this out, but I can't remember. You can go all the way down here and down around. I'll show you what's down there in a minute. And this is just looking down into what will be the very common area, which is where stuff where. This is where things such as, I think in one of the vaults I remember from Fallout New Vegas, I believe it is. I distinctly remember there being kind of a pool table and some chairs and something else right here that I can't remember. It's going to be set up like that. Very similar to that, where people can just kind of come out and hang out that live inside the vault, which will of course be probably nobody, because let's be honest, there's no really good interactive NPCs. This is a hallway kind of connecting the entire thing around to one another, round to this. Each one of these is going to shoot off into very separate things. Like there's going to be rooms are all going to be down below. But over here, I think I'm going to have some sort of pseudo trading station. Over that way, or that way is probably going to be item storage, and there's going to be an armory down low somewhere else. And I don't know if I'm going to have anything over this way yet or not. Possibly, but possibly not as well. Maybe a messenger post somewhere. You can go down these stairs. There's another one of these flights of stairs on the other side as well. This will be the same thing as the tunnel that's above, only connecting the very bottom part to everything else. The entrance to the common room. I'm going to get all this stuff eventually. That's only when I go do the floor. And this is going to lead into the kitchen area, which I still need to dig that out and kind of plan that out. A lot of this will be done off camera, I believe. I mean, if you guys want me to do any of this on camera, why am I putting that there? I will be more than happy to oblige to do some stuff on camera. But a lot of this is just digging things out and doing trial and error either here or in my creative world to see what works and what doesn't work. 'Cause there's a lot that doesn't work with this. There's a ton that does work, but there's also a ton that doesn't work. But anyway, I think that will be the end of this episode, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. This is a much more coherent episode than the other ones I tried to record. And perfect. Right at the sunset as well. Anyway, this is ZephyrianNick. I will see you guys in the next episode. Take care. Goodbye.